Welcome to part 6 of the Loadify Getting Started tutorial. In this section, we'll be deploying our app to Netlify. First, we need to create a GitHub repository. I'm going to call that Loadify tutorial again. Now, I won't be initializing it with any readmes or gitignore files, those cause conflicts. So let's create the repository. Now, to get our local files into the GitHub repository, we need to run the following commands. Firstly, we need to shut down the development server. And now we're in the project directory. Now we can run git init to initialize the repository. We can run git add dot, and that stages all of the files. We can commit all of the files. We can create a main branch. And now we can add the origin repository, which is this GitHub repository. And finally, we can push our changes to the origin. Now if we refresh over here, we should see all of our files. Now to link this repository to Netlify, we're going to click New Site from Git, choose GitHub. We'll authenticate, and now we can choose our repository. We're going to be using the build Netlify command in the Loadify CLI as our build command, and our publish directory is .loadify/publish. You can click deploy site here. Now our site won't be deployed yet, we still need to do some settings. So firstly, let's go to site settings and then go to functions. Here we can edit these settings and we can set the functions directory. We also need to set our environment variables for our Google Sheets. So we can go to build and deploy and then environment. Here we can edit the variables. And now these need to be the same as what they were in our .env file. So if we come over here, we can add the client email as well as the private key. We can save those. Now we can come up to deploys. We can click trigger deploy. We can go deploy sites. Now we wait for the deploy to finish. Our site's finished deploying, so now we can go look at the preview. Actually go to site overview and we can open this URL. Let's open that in the new tab. And here's our app on the internet. The last thing we want to do is we want to check out Netlify's deploy preview. This is great if you're making changes to your website, so you can see a preview of the changes you made. So I'm going to go in here to the new ticket.yaml file. I'm going to make an edit. Let's change this error message. Then I can commit these changes. Commit them on a new branch. And then I'll create a pull request. Now I can see Netlify is running tests, and they'll also be creating a deploy preview. So let's wait for this to finish. And our deploy is finished, so we can just take a look at our preview, open that in a new tab.